In this video, we're going to break down the good and the bad from Tennessee's 2021 matchup versus Florida and talk about where Hendon Hooker needs to improve and where Josh Heupel needs to adjust in order for Tennessee to win this year. Tennessee's offense is based on playing at an extremely fast pace, spreading the defense out, and then finding and attacking the numbers advantage. So if Tennessee's rolling on offense and the opposing defense decides to pull a safety out of the box or go into nickel or dime personnel, Tennessee usually has one tight end on the field, and so Hendon Hooker can just check into power or counter, and that's how their running game is able to create so many open gaps to run through. And then it's basically just this back and forth game where Tennessee attacks whatever part of your defense you're devoting the least amount of resources to. So right here, they get the slot corner staring into the backfield and waiting on the run, and they hit him with a play action go route down the sideline. And you can see the actual concepts that Tennessee's running aren't really that complex, but Hendon Hooker's ability to consistently get the offense into the correct plays is so valuable and underrated. It's something that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but Tennessee's offense would not be nearly as dangerous without a field general like him and a great play caller like Josh Heupel. Heupel does such a great job of building plays off of one another. So on this play, they're running an orbit motion with Jalin Hyatt, where he motions in front of the quarterback and then loops back around him, and they get about 13 yards on this backwards pass. Then later in the game, 2nd and 10, Jalin Hyatt goes in the same orbit motion, but this time he hands it off. The defenders on the field side were expecting a pass to Jalin Hyatt, and so that freezes them just enough for the blockers to set up their angles and the running back to get the edge. If you only look at the box score, the Florida game looks like one of Hendon Hooker's worst performances of 2021, and he did have some missed throws that we'll discuss, but he did have 4 drops from his receivers, including this brutal one on 4th down and 5, and his pass protection was also pretty inconsistent. He didn't have a lot of clean pockets to step into. So the 13 for 23 stat line is a little bit misleading. Hendon Hooker really only had 2 or 3 bad plays. Right here, Tennessee's running a fake bubble screen with a delayed slot fade from the tight end. Hendon Hooker just overshoots this one. He is getting pressured, so he has to throw off his back foot, but this was a huge miss at a pivotal moment. And then right here, the Vols are running a sprint out with a post corner from Cedric Tillman. He's got a step on this corner, and for whatever reason, Hendon Hooker doesn't throw it. But outside of these handful of plays, I thought Hendon Hooker was accurate and decisive for the most part. Right here at 2nd and 6, Jalin Hyatt motions and has this corner essentially facing the sideline, which is going to put him in great position to get separation on this post route. Hendon Hooker recognizes this and throws a pass that should have drawn a pass interference. On this play, Tennessee's basically just overloading Florida's defense with motion and misdirection. You get the fake jet sweep. The blocking is kind of a mess, so it's hard to tell if this is an RPO or just play action. Either way, they're faking split zone, and the tight end coming across on this sift block just releases out into the flat and gets an easy first down. I think Tennessee's in a great position to beat Florida for just the 2nd time since 2005, because on top of being one of the most experienced rosters in college football, they also have legitimate NFL talent. You've got 3 receivers that can beat man coverage on the outside, a really good duo at edge rusher, a really solid offensive line, and like we've mentioned, a great quarterback and play caller.